Hi, my name is Nur and I'm Sarah binti Muhammad Zaharin and my ID number is 20244269094. I'm from Kajan Selangor and my hobby is watching movie.
Hi, my name is Darin Kalisha. My student ID is 204432252. I'm from Shah Alam Selangor and my hobby is reading.
Hi, my name is Anis Safina binti Muhammad Rizal. My student ID is 2024642366. I'm from Shah Alam Selangor and my hobby is baking.
Hello, my name is Siti Damia binti Zakri and my student ID is 20246506 and 56. I am from Shah Alam Selangor and my hobby is watching animes.
What is geometry? Geometry, from ancient Greek geometria, is a earth measurement from earth, land, and measure. Geometry is a branch of mathematics concerned with properties of space such as the distance, shape, size, and relative position of figures. Geometry is one of the oldest branches of mathematics. A mathematician who works in the field of geometry is called geometer. Until the 19th century, geometry was almost exclusively devoted to Euclidean geometry.
History of geometry from Greece. The earliest recorded beginnings of geometry can be traced to ancient Mesopotamia and Egypt in the second millennium before Christ. The earliest known texts of geometry are the Egyptian Rhind Papyrus and Moscow Papyrus, and the Babylonian clay texts, such as Plimpton 322. Later, clay tablets demonstrated that Babylonian astronomers implemented trapezoid procedures for computing Jupiter's position and motion within time-velocity space. These are the foundation of geometry, which included those of Miletus, Pythagoras of Samos, and Archimedes of Syracuse. History of geometry from Islam. In the Middle East, mathematics in medieval Islam contributed to the development of geometry, especially algebraic geometry. Al-Mahani conceived the idea of reducing geometrical problems such as duplicating the cube to problems in algebra. Meanwhile, Sabit ibn Qurra dealt with arithmetic operations applied to ratios of geometrical quantities and contributed to the development of analytic geometry. Omar Khayyam found geometric solutions to cubic equations. The theorems of Ibn al-Haytham al-Hazin, Omar Khayyam, and Nasir al-Din al-Tusi on quadrilaterals, including the Lambert quadrilateral and Saccheri quadrilateral, were part of a line of research on the parallel postulate. History of geometry from Islam. In the Middle East. Next, we will learn about the importance of geometry in our life. Without geometry, we will never achieve any of these, such as architecture, GPS and navigation, foundation of mathematics, spatial reasoning, computer graphic and animation, and of course, it will help us to improve our critical thinking.
Our first case is about trash bin. First, what is the history of trash bin? Hundreds of years ago, there were two waste material, 4 pieces of wood bones and vegetable. There were many ways back in the day to put out your trash, but I will explain 4 popular ways. The first one is, people will feed their animal with edible trash and the rest of it they will bury in the ground to decompose. Second, people would put the trash at the center point. Third, people would burn the trash and turn it into ashes. Last but not least, the most popular one is, people would put the trash at their front door or out of the window into the street. In England, 1875, the first garbage receptacle was introduced. This container is to put ashes of burnt garbage and it is made of metal, wood, and makeshift bucket. On a weekly basis, this container will be emptied and each resident was charged free, regardless the bin is empty or full. It took 10 years United States to catch up with England. Finally, on 1914, New York City developed a waste management system to collect ashes of burnt garbage by horse-drawn cart. Unfortunately, there were some mistakes were made. So Israel needs to operate around United States and Canada. The problem statement for this case is Layla became curious about the space in her store trash bin that could hold the maximum quantity of trash. So she started making related calculations to achieve that volume, a combination of a cylinder and hemisphere. The top of the barrel is hemispherical and the bottom is cylindrical. If the cylinder height is 90 cm and the diameter is 40.5 cm, find the trash bin volume. Keep your answer in pi and 2 decimal points. I will explain the calculation of case 1. What given on the question is the height of the cylinder is 90 cm and the diameter is 40.5 cm. First, you need to find the R, which is 40.5 divided into 2. You will get 20.25 cm. Then, you need to find the volume of the top trash bin, which is a shape of hemisphere. The formula is 1/2 times volume of sphere. So, you will get 2/3 times pi times r to the power of 3. The r, you need to change it into 20.25. So, you will get 2/3 times pi times 20.25 to the power of 3. Overall, you will get the final answer V equals to 5535.83 pi centimeter to the power of 3. Then, you need to find the volume of the bottom trash bin, which is a shape of a cylinder. The formula is V equals to base area times height. It is also known as V equals to pi times r squared times h. So, you need to change it r into 20.25 and the h into the value of 90. So, you will get V equals to pi times 20.25 squared times 90. So, the final answer you will get 36,905.63 pi centimeter to the power of 3. Lastly, you need to find the volume of the trash bin, which is volume of a hemisphere plus volume of a cylinder. You will get V equals to 5,535.83 pi plus 36,905.63 pi. The final answer you will get is 42,441.46 pi centimeter to the power of 3. And that is the answer for this problem statement.
Case 2. Kaaba. The history of Kaaba. The history of the Holy Kaaba in Mecca. The Kaaba is the house of Almighty Allah, first reconstructed by Prophet Adam. However, it was buried under the sand during Noah's flood. After some time, Allah instructed Prophet Ibrahim and his son Prophet Ismail to reconstruct it. According to the Quran, it is considered the first house on earth. Following Masjid al-Aqsa, Allah declared the Kaaba as the Qiblah. Building the Kaaba. An important part of the history of the Holy Kaaba in Mecca is building the Kaaba. In Islamic tradition, it is believed that the Kaaba, located in the center of Masjid al-Haram in Mecca, was initially built by the angels and then reconstructed by Prophet Adam. The Kaaba is considered the holiest site in Islam, and Muslims around the world face its direction during their daily prayers. According to the Hadith, Allah instructed the angels to build the Kaaba after it's constructed. The angels revolve around it. Later, when Prophet Adam was sent to earth, Allah ordered him to perform the Hajj pilgrimage. It is believed that Prophet Adam, following the Islamic guidance, reconstructed the Kaaba at the same location where the angel has built it. Reconstruction of the Holy Kaaba. The origins of the Holy Kaaba follow back to the time of Prophet Ibrahim and his son Prophet Ismail. According to the Quran and Sunnah, under the religious guidance, Ibrahim and Ismail were chosen to reconstruct the Kaaba on the original foundations. This act of dedication and obedience became a cornerstone in the history of the Kaaba, symbolizing the oneness of Allah. The pre-Islamic era. Long before the beginning of Islam, the Kaaba was already a central sanctuary for various Arab tribes. The structure housed numerous idols, and the annual pilgrimage known as Hajj attracted pilgrims from different regions. Despite the widespread worship, the Kaaba held onto its sacred status. Islamic transformation. The turning point in the history of the Kaaba came with the beginning of Islam in the 7th century. Prophet Muhammad SAW and his ummah followers, facing cruelty in Mecca, returned successfully to cleanse the Kaaba of its idol. This event, known as the Victory of Mecca, marked a spiritual restoration, returning the Kaaba to its original one Allah fit purpose. The Hajar Aswad, Black Stone. A significant part of the history of the Holy Kaaba in Mecca is the Hajar Aswad. One of the most respectable elements of the Kaaba is the Hajar Aswad, believed to have been given to Prophet Ibrahim by the angel Jibril. Housed in the eastern corner of the Kaaba, the black stone is kissed or touched by pilgrims during the Hajj as an integral part of the ritual. Architectural transformation. Throughout the history, the Kaaba has undergone several reconstruction and renovation. The current structure, a cubic building covered in a belt seat and gold curtains known as the Kiswa, represent a witness to Islamic architecture and the enduring spirit of faith. Problem statement. Aisha was doing an Umrah. While doing the Tawaf, she became curious about the physical dimension of Kaaba, so she started to find the dimension of Kaaba, a cuboid. If the height is 13.1 meters, the width is 11.03 meters, and the length is 12.86 meters, find the perimeter, lateral surface area, and volume. Keep your answer into decimal points. Calculation of cases 2. What given on the question is height of Kaaba 13.1 meters, width of Kaaba 11.03 meters, length of Kaaba 12.86 meters. Perimeter of the Kaaba, cuboid. Perimeter equals to 4 multiplied by length of sides. So total perimeter is 13.1 multiplied by 4 plus 11.03 multiplied by 4 plus 12.86 multiplied by 4 equals to 147.96 meters. Lateral surface area of the Kaaba. Lateral surface area equals to 2 multiplied by height multiplied by length plus width. So 2 multiplied by 13.1 multiplied by 12.86 plus 11.03 equals to 625.92 meters square. Volume of the Kaaba. Volume equals to height multiplied by width multiplied by length. So 13.1 multiplied by 11.03 multiplied by 12.86 equals to 1858.18 meters cube.
In cases 1, we can summarize that application of geometry can help determining the capacity of trash bin, allowing for efficient waste management. By understanding the concept of geometry, we can estimate how much trash can be accommodated, optimize its space utilization, and plan for proper disposal or recycling strategies. This indicates the importance of geometry principles in solving practical everyday problems. As for cases 2, we can conclude that geometry helps us to understanding architectural structures and analyzing real-world objects. By calculating the Kaaba's dimensions, Layla not only learns about its physical attributes but also demonstrates how mathematical principles can be applied to solve everyday questions. This reinforces the idea that geometry is not just a subject that we have to learn or we have to score, but it is a valuable tool for exploring and interpreting the world around us.